Welcome to the next episode of WaterparkRangers Let's Play Wind Waker. Last episode, we went through some islands south of Dragon Roost to head to the Forest Haven to deliver that pictograph, that color pictograph of Cyclos that we got 2 or 3 episodes ago. It was in the same episode when we got the bombs. Anyway, from here, I recommend that you change the wind's direction to southeast, because there is an island in that quadrant that you might as well just get knocked out of the way now. It's totally optional, but this is the best time for doing it, in my opinion. So, let's get to it. We are now in that new quadrant. This island is basically a bunch of barren rocks that you cannot get onto without action replay, that have cargo rocks perched onto them to make your life difficult if you attempt to stay around there much longer. So we're just going to get it charted on the island as long as we're here. And there is stuff you can do on the quadrant that is not necessarily located on the island, kind of like when we visited Bomb Island for the first time. Because there's really nothing to do on the island. This is the 5-Star Isles, which is kind of an ironic name. Technically there are 5 rocks, but it's really kind of a crappy island. So from here, continue way into the corner, basically, into the corner of the ocean here. The very corner of the map, essentially, you will find a submarine roughly there. I'll cut ahead to us getting there. Okay, we are at the submarine in this corner of the world. It's not particularly any more difficult. It just has some bokoblins and keys inside of it. At this point, I feel like I really owe you guys an explanation to what was going on last episode with the Cyclos pictograph. That vault, now that it's been opened, has started a challenge called the Nintendo Gallery. Now basically, the Nintendo Gallery challenges you to take color pictographs of basically every single character and enemy in the game. This is a daunting task and is by far, perhaps the Zelda series, the entire Zelda series, most extensive side quest. It is a pain in the ass to complete, I'm not gonna lie, and it's actually not that fun either, I've gotta admit. So, I'm gonna show you some, I'm gonna give you some pointers on specific pictographs that you need to take of characters that will disappear at certain points, and when is the optimal time to get those pictographs. But no, I will not be completing the Nintendo Gallery, because, simply put, I don't find it to be that fun. I did complete it once before, the reward you get is pretty cool. So I will be updating, basically just telling you more about the Nintendo Gallery at different points. Whenever there's like a picture that's like an optimal time to get it or whatever, I'll just tell you then. But I won't be really completing the Nintendo Gallery. The reason I took a picture of Cyclos in particular, and him first, is because he does completely disappear from the map at a certain point, so if you don't get his color pictograph before a certain point, I'll just leave it at that. Oh yes, and we got 8 hearts, awesome. You will not be able to ever get his pictograph, his color pictograph given to the Nintendo Gallery guy, and therefore, well, you don't have an iPhone. No, that's not what I meant to say at all. What I meant to say is that basically you're completely screwed on that side quest if you miss a person who disappears permanently, like Cyclos does. So what happens when you give him the color pictograph is he actually makes a figurine of them that you can examine, and there's information about him and stuff. It's pretty cool to look at, but it's a pain in the ass to put together, so I'm not going to do it. And from here we're going to be sailing west through the lines of islands, but we're going to the sea platform first, so I'm going to cut ahead to us getting there. We're now on the, we're now at the sea platform in the 5-Star Isles quadrant. We are going to be raiding it and getting from it what we can. Yes, World of Warcraft is not the only game that has epic raids. This game has raids that are slightly less epic, because they basically all involve the same tedious thing. Me going and hitting a few pink bokoblins, and then blowing up a couple of turrets. Yeah, the thing about the turrets that's kind of weird is that it seems like you're supposed to fight them using your cannon from below. The truth is, that's a stupid idea because they'll try and fire at you. So what you should do is take them out the cheap way. The way that pretty much everyone does it is to just set down the bombs over the turrets from the platform itself. And they're easily disposed of that way once the explosions take place. And let's see, what fantastic reward are we getting from the sea platforms? Yeah, generally sea platforms, of course, a golden feather, which we don't even need anymore. Sea platforms are known for having really crappy rewards. But whatever, let's just grab what we can and get out of here. At this point, we're going to be heading through a line of islands west of here, so I'm going to go to the quadrant west of here, cutting ahead right now. Alright, I'm in the quadrant west of 5-star Isles. This is an interesting little feature of this quadrant right here, is that there's this weird Octorock that only appears in the center of these 3 rafts. It's kind of huge up close, isn't it? Really weird. There is stuff you can just grab from these rafts located around here. One of them just has a treasure chest on it, which is quite nice. There are a few pink Pokeblins also. Oh crap, it has a Bokobaba seed? Why did it even go here? Oh, whatever. That's like the worst reward you could possibly get. So I'm just testing that out. Yeah, I guess if you swim into sea Octorocks, you take a half heart of damage. Who knew it? Yeah, there are also sea hats around here. Those weird, dangerous things that we flew past on Cyclops Reef back when we were first visiting Greatfish Island. Once again, avoid them. They're a pain. They're just not worth your time. And I'm going to get this island in this quadrant charted with the Fishman, being the nice fishy guy that he is. This is an interesting island known as, I think, the boat course or something like that. The boating course. Yeah, well, let's just look at the official name once he gives it to us. Why don't we? Boating course, I knew it. Alright, the sad thing about it is that although the boating course has a really fun minigame on it that can help you earn big cash is basically, like, completely worthless to us at this point, because we have our 1,000 rupee wallet completely filled. So, let's not talk to that guy, and instead we'll get the other things that we can get on this island right here. Or rather, 2 islands. No, it's basically just 1 island, kind of spaced apart. So from here we'll use the Wind's Requiem, and conduct the wind so that it is blowing to the other side of this island, that you can't normally climb onto. And from here, we will sail there using our Deku Leaf, and I was kind of a fool. I know there was a lot of magic on those sea platforms, but I kind of just ran off it without getting the magic. Because I guess I'm kind of like I want to make the game more challenging somehow, subconsciously. Alright, over here is a blue choo-choo hidden right on this rock, so just activate it by climbing up on it, and grab its rare blue chew jelly. And there is also a cave located here. I recommend having, yes, bait and boomerangs. I mistakenly put on bombs at first, for this short cave here. Within the cave are my least favorite enemies, Miniblins. These little devils I used to just refer to as Nanets, because that's what they sound like. We might have encountered these things once in the Forsaken Fortress before, I'm not sure. The truth is, bait is what you need to use to distract them. You can fight them, but they'll instantly respawn. Well, pretty much just constantly respawn, so just instead use the time when they're distracted to hit those crystal switches with your boomerang, and just keep them busy with the bait. That's all there is to it. So once you've hit all 3 switches using the boomerang, or I guess other projectiles once you have them, but we have the boomerang, so might as well use it now, you get a special reward from this treasure chest. Like Beetle's chart, this is another special red chart, and it helps you find all the submarines located on the ocean. Now, we've actually run into a good amount of submarines at this point, like, probably 3 of them already. Or maybe even 4. So, what I'm gonna do is just leave these Miniblins a nice little surprise, due to all the hard times that they've given us. Here, have some bait. And then, you know what? Also have a bomb! And I think, with that said, let's run out of this place before they annoy us anymore. That was so satisfying, if not slightly psychopathic. This is not slightly psychopathic. See you next episode.